And it's an 8.
It's an 8. With this alternating shooting, I guess you don't really have a choice when you shoot, but right now every archer can actually choose their own tactics. You can actually shoot your shot first and put some pressure on an archer, or choose to wait, gather your thoughts, calm yourself down, and try to win in that way. And there with a 9. Right now, 17 points on the board.
And Johanna shoots an 8.
So right now, Thea has 9-point lead, but if Johanna shoots a 10, that puts advantage back in her favor.
Yes.
And an 8 for Thea. That's a total of 25 points. There's still some room for Johanna to take advantage.
It's a nice one, it's a 10.
And it's a 10. So 9 on more or more will, 8 or more will win her the match.
Yes.
With 14 seconds to go, she lines up her shot. Oh, and that's a 7. And that's a total of unofficially 5 set points to 3 set points. So there's still a chance for Thea to come back. She needs strong 3 shots to do strong 3 and hit 3 good
arrows.
3 good arrows, and that puts her in a position to shoot a shoot-off.
Yes. So if Thea wins the next match, they go to a shoot-off where they can only shoot 1 arrow, and the faith is in that 1 arrow.
And right now, we shoot only one arrow, and the closest to the center wins. So there used to be a shoot-off where you can, back in my days when I just started shooting archery, there was still possibility to shoot 3 shoot-offs. So if only the 4th arrow was actually, or 3rd arrow was actually measured.
Alright.
So first shot was, first and second shot was actually only the score mattered, and then only the third shot actually mattered, the distance from the center.
Yeah. And with this competition at the Veronica's Cup, they're not only national teams, they're also club teams. And Johanna is actually from a club team in Czech Republic.
From Czech Republic, yeah.
7 and 8, we have a winner. And the winner is
okay, and that would be the reason why Fabian Thea, which is shooting for a national team, has a flag along right next to her name, and Johanna doesn't. So it's here in Kamnik. We try to, with a new format, we try to gather as much or as many good archers as possible, and try to put them against as many as possible of other archers. It's like that don't get the chance to shoot on a national level like regularly, and this was the great idea behind this competition. So in the organizer club, there was a long legacy of great archers. There is a long legacy. We have one that will be shooting for a gold medal match for recurve men later today. And the idea was that we wanted to make a competition that would help younger archers like Thea and Johanna get some international experience.
And I think they're good on the way, getting that experience, shooting here on the finals field.
And not just that, they're shooting in front of the cameras. That's
yes.
it's a special occasion.
It always adds a little bit more pressure.
Okay, we're going now into the fifth and possibly the final set.
Definitely the final set.
The final set, and then there's a possibility that we'll see a shoot-off. Thea again trying to take advantage of an early shots and putting some pressure on Johanna.
And it's an 8.
Opens with an 8. We'll see how Johanna will respond, but it seems that she'll be waiting and trying to get her nerves.
Yeah. Get her nerves under control.
That's a 9 for Thea, and
It's a 5 for
it's
Johanna.
a 5 for Johanna. So a little bit of advantage for Thea after 2 arrows.
And an 8 for... Oh, sorry.
Or a 7. Yeah, a 7 from Johanna. So a good 5 points advantage for Thea going into the last arrow with 20 seconds to go. Johanna first
With a
shot.
9.
And Thea also with a 9.
So that means it's a tie and we're going to a shoot-off.
Yeah. Possibly the most exciting part of the match, and also the most stressful part of the match.
Yes.
So unofficially target 1 and target 2, the match between
It's
Thea
always
and
the best
Johanna.
part when you shoot a shoot-off and you have the heartbeat noise in the background. You're like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Shoot-off. 1 arrow.
It seems like the man in charge for the music is just like it's mocking you, trying to get your heartbeat down, and then they put the heartbeat sound on the speakers and just like, can you please not? But okay. You have to learn how to focus and avoid the distractions like that as well. It makes it a little bit more attractive for the spectators.
Yes, that's for sure.
Trying to picture how the archers might be feeling down on the line. Of course, it's easy to commentate from the spectator stand and from the commentator stand, but standing on that line, shooting those arrows, trying to win a medal, that's something else.
And then we see that Lucia Kotova is winner of the bronze medal. 186 over 134.
Okay, and it's official that we have a shoot-off on target 1 and 2 in front of our cameras. That means that we have 40 seconds to shoot one shot, and closest to the center wins.
And it's a late dinner tonight.
In this situation, Claire, what would you do? Shoot a first shot or wait for your opponent to shoot first and then you try to beat that score?
I always like the pressure of time, so I wait. And also, I really like it when the opponent shoots really, really good. Then I know, just you gotta bring it. You gotta bring it your all.
That's an interesting take, because I always took the other approach. Try to shoot first and put some pressure on the opponent, and it also makes you focus more on your actual shot. Then, at least that was my perspective and my approach. But
I would say that's a better approach.
so far, I don't want to brag, but it worked fine for me. Okay, back to the match. We have 1 arrow shoot off.
Let's see what will happen.
And
on
let's
target
see.
1 and 2.
They are doing. It's like she's listening to my call, or maybe that's because we have the
It's
same
a
conclusion.
9.
And it's a 9,
For
so it's
Thea.
a good shot, and that puts a little bit of pressure on Johanna.
And with 15 seconds to go.
It's the time pressure that Claire was talking about. It's a nice, good shot,
And
but it's a 7.
for Johanna. Bronze.
So Thea wins the bronze
Thea Appel.
on her own on her home soil in Slovenia, in her home club. So
So let's
congratulations.
see what the other
Yes.
match is doing.
It's really nice.
That's the match on target 11 and 12. And unofficially, we see that on target 11, Metka wins the bronze medal. Congratulations. Of course, she has a 9 and her opponent has a 7. Congratulations, Metka, it's confirmed. And when the bronze medal matches are now over, we go further with the gold medal matches. For the recurve junior women, a recurve junior men, a recurve cadet woman, a recurve cadet man, and the compound cadet woman. Immediately after the gold medal matches, we will have the awarding. And for the bronze medal matches that we had just, we go now to the gold medal matches. On target 1 and 2, Christian Proram against Sahar Kleiner from Israel. On target 5 and 6, Kristina Druskova from Slovakia against Melissa Apfelknap from Austria. On target 13 and 14, Anja Sarek from Slovenia against Nina Corel from Slovenia. On target 17 and 18, Andras Samek from Slovenia against Niv Frenkel from Israel. And in the compound division, we see Lea Tones on target 20 from Lejdor, Luxembourg against Katja Sarek from Slovenia. One minute.
Okay. Na tarči 1, 2.
At this moment I'm missing the archers on target 1 and 2. But Christian Brodan and
They are coming.
Sahar Kleiner.
Oh, if I knew that you were there, I would have told them.
Judge, tole, ne, to je kamera, ne hodi pred kamero.
No scope. No scope.
Okay, and we're back, lining up for another bronze medal match between Prodan Christian from Slovenia and Kleiner Shahar from Israel. We'll be shooting in the same format as we did with the last match, 120 seconds for both archers.
And Shachar starts with a 9.
Shahar opens with a 9. We have some.
And he puts a 9 on there as well for a second arrow.
And Christian opens with 7, lining up his next shot. And it's another 7. Low left, but it's a nice grouping, so we can see him changing the sight. That's good. And Shahar with a 9. 27, and I think he's taking the set.
Yes, he's definitely taking this set. But it's the first set, so still anything can happen.
Yeah. Even though these matches are relatively short, this is a marathon and not a sprint. So anything can still happen with Christian if he collects and gets his sight in order.
And his last arrow was a 6. So I think he overdid his sight a little bit there.
Yep. Might be, because his grouping was quite okay with the first 2 arrows, and I don't know. That's a difference between the elimination round and qualification round, when you have more arrows to shoot in each set, and there's more time to adjust your sight and really get into the groove of shooting. In the eliminations, it's a little bit more difficult. You have 3 shots that are very important.
They need to be there right away.
Yeah. Especially when we're looking at a high-level archery, 1 or 2 points difference can make or break the set. And losing one set can actually mean that you're losing an entire match.
That's for sure. But it's a good thing that we have the set system now, because this is just one set. Get rid of it in your head and shoot the next round.
We see that Anya's side is
Yeah, it brought a little bit of uncertainty to archery before we shot the cumulative. Like compound is still shooting, so we'll see that later on. And there's some room for errors with the set system.
Definitely. But it's just get the bad errors out of your system and don't think about them anymore. Just go on.
Truskova is taking a 2-point lead over Melissa Abstokna.
Claire, you told me before that you were doing a master thesis with Shahar on target number 2. What was that thesis all about?
Yes. So right before Corona hit, I went to Israel for 2 months to do my master's thesis on gaze behavior in archery and practicing under pressure.
Okay.
And Shachar was one of the subjects.
Okay, and what was the thesis all about? What were the
So I was looking at how long archers look at the target. So at the quiet eye duration or the final fixation duration, because it's in most sports when you aim longer, like if you look at the target longer, your performance will be better. And I wanted to know if this was the same case for archery or if it wasn't, and if this final fixation duration could be trained, because if it's better for your performance and you can train it, let's train it and let's become better archers.
Okay, that's an interesting thing. Maybe share some results, or we'll talk about that after the next match, after the next set. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, now we have the correct names on the display as well. Christian Prodan from Slovenia and Shahar Kleiner from Israel. Going into the second set of the match.
Yes, and we have to wait a little bit before the second set is being shot, because they are changing target faces on the rest of the field. They're still shooting their match together with the rest of the field, and that's why we're still not shooting alternated. But after this match, it will be alternated.
Okay, and I think we're getting ready to start with the second set. Shahar already nodding to his coach that he's ready. Christian focusing in his own way. And they're off. Shahar with first arrow approach, shooting first. Nice quick shot, and it's a 9. Christian also finds the middle. Drills a 9.
Ooh.
Oh, a little bit of mistake here,
He tried to throw it up.
which he tried to correct, but didn't work. Or it didn't work as much as he hoped for. And
Yes.
he shoots a 7 with his second arrow. Oh, and a 5 for Christian with his second arrow.
And a nice last arrow for Shahar. And he is really happy about it.
Yeah. Unofficially, it's a 10, and that makes him win the second set as well. Arrows are all a little bit low, and Christian closes out with a 10 as well.
He really did find a middle there.
Yeah. Maybe not the result in this in the second set that he was hoping for, but I think that's a good way to close a set. Going into he can maintain the confidence going into the third set that will decide who will win this match, or
definitely.
if he can actually return and try to fight for the bronze medal.
Yes.
So yeah, we were talking before about your master thesis and the eye fixation on the target and the correlation between the fixation and the results. And can you maybe share the results of your research?
Yeah, so there were two parts. There was the training under pressure, and there was the final fixation duration. So I'll start a little bit with the final fixation duration. For most sports, as I said, the longer you look, the better you perform, but apparently this wasn't the case in archery. And I think it is because of the strength that you need to draw back the bow. So it is the case in golf and in darts, but you know, a golf club is not as heavy as a bow, and a dart is not as heavy as a bow. So I think when you're at full draw for a very long period of time, aiming for a long period of time, it doesn't do any good for your performance. So there was no real correlation between them, but there might be like a peak.
An optimal zone.
An optimal zone for final fixation duration.
And have you maybe defined the optimal zone? Not yet?
No, because in my data there was no, I couldn't find any significant results in that zone.
Okay. So maybe that's a topic for some further research in the field of archery, or someone that's interested in the sports psychology and sports performance.
Yeah, it was a really nice thesis, like a really nice research to do. And I learned a lot.
The third
Yeah.
end.
And it's good to get some how to say, like professional or a more academic approach to the
Yes.
archery as well, to do some research, because it may be a little bit underrepresented in the scientific world right now. It's an interesting sport.
Yes. Yeah. You're very, very right. There could be done so much more research.
Estamos vendo.
And after the gold medal matches, ladies and gentlemen, we immediately go for the medal ceremony for these categories. So don't go away, just stay.
Okay, and now we're getting ready for third set. Maybe final, but we're hoping for
For a fight.
fight, some resistance from Christian.
Yes.
They're both trained by some excellent coaches. Of course, Guy, one of the best Israeli archers and one of the best archers.
Definitely.
Also, Christian, trained by Brina Božić. And Shahar opens up with a 9. And Christian responds with an 8. So a slight lead for Shahar after his first arrow. And a really nice 10.
Yes.
Let's see how Christian will respond. Oh, and a little bit of a struggle for Shahar. A long hold from Christian, and it's a 7. This is the fixation that we were talking about earlier, and the optimal zone.
Nice one, Shahar.
And a 9 from Shahar. Unofficially, he wins this match with 6 set points to 0. Oh, and a 5 and a 6. I'm sorry. So that concludes this gold medal match between in the recurve junior men division between Christian Prodan from Slovenia and Shahar Klaer from Israel.
Yes.
Some excellent shooting from the Israeli archer,
Yeah, he did amazing. It was really nice.
Congratulations,
and the work that they're putting in,
But
it's really paying off.
they have an amazing program.
Yeah, I have to say I'm amazed as well, because as long as I was still competing on the international scene, I don't really remember anyone else or very close to none archers coming from Israel. And
Now they have an entire team.
ever since the guy Matskin took over the program, I think the work he's putting into is really starting
Yes.
to pay off.
So before Guy was coach, they didn't really have a national team. And now they have a national team with a lot of youth archers. And I think we'll see more of them later today.
But if not later today, probably later this season or in the next Veronica's Cup, because as I had a chance to speak with him, and he was pretty excited to come to this competition here in Kamnik.
Yes.
hope that his expectations and the expectations for all the archers were met, and we'll be looking forward to hosting them again.
Yes. So if you want to know a little fun fact about Shachar's bow, this is not Shachar's bow, this is Guy's bow. Shachar's bow was crooked before he came to this competition. He actually messaged me to bring a new bow, so I brought a new bow from the Netherlands for him. And he's gonna set it up, and he's gonna shoot European Championships with a new bow.
That's great, great archery and great sports spirit. So
And we see on the compound division now that Katja Sarek is taking an 8-point lead, 86-78 over Lea Tunis. That Kristina Driskova is taking a 4-2 lead over Melissa Appelknap. And that Anja Sarek from Slovenia is taking a 4-2 lead over Nina Korel.
now we're shooting just Claire.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay. Yeah.
so congratulations, Shachar. How did it go?
My shots were a bit longer than I thought they would be, but obviously I'm happy to win it, and I was aiming for an all gold final. I missed one, so I'm pretty happy, and pulled this one out of the bag. It was my goal to reach to the gold medal final. I had a slow start at the qualifications, but pick up the pace to win all my matches. So yeah, pretty happy.
Good, good. Yeah, you did really good out there.
Thank you.
And how do you like Kamnik so far?
It's great, although like the first couple of days were a bit foggy and rainy, but the last few days were like amazing, great weather, sunny, and even for my standards from Israel. So no wind at all. The mountains are beautiful. Yeah, it was really, really nice.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about the first day, like qualification day. It was so cold and rainy.
Yeah, so I'm coming from Israel, and we usually don't have such weather. So it was a mental struggle for me.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just go through the day and reset my shot after that. So I went back to the hotel, did some more mental training, and came back to win it like yesterday. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm pretty happy. And obviously, yeah, gold is fine, I guess.
You guess. It's fine, just fine.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna do great things. What's the next competition you're gonna go
I'm
to?
heading to the European Championships in the end of May and the beginning of July, and hopefully the qualifications there will be better. So yeah, I'm confident because I want this strong win before I go there. That's it.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much. Go celebrate, and we'll
will see you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
I'm anxious to wait for the results and then see who will be another winner. In this case, a golden winner.
Marco, do you have more already?
We have two other winners, and that means that Kristina Druskova is winner of the gold medal, and Elisa Appelknap from Austria, silver. Congratulations. Anja Sares is winner of the gold, and Nina Corel is winner of the silver medal. Congratulations. We only now have the match between Andras Samek and Niv Franco. I told you about Niv already, that he shot very good and came from very low positions to win. Well, he was busy because his opponent had an advantage of 5-1 and is now 5-3. So let's see in this last set. You see there Katja Sares against Leah Thomas has now a 11-point lead, 115-104.
And a 9, 126. In favor for Nick. That's an 8, so Nick only has to shoot the yellow. Then we have a shoot off. And he did.
Well, unofficially, from this position, we see that Niv Franco, as I predicted, took the last set against Andras Samek. And that means that we unofficially will have a shoot-off on target 17 and 18. But we have to wait for the confirmation. Maybe the judge can also already tell us that. It's a show between Andras Sanek and Nick Frankel. Show 1 arrow. First the score, then close to the center, 40 seconds.
You have the last two in already. Sorry? No, I'm talking about you have the last two already because I'm reading who won the compound.
And in the compound division, Katja Sarek from Slovenia is winner of the gold. Lea Tonus from Flesdoor, Luxembourg is winner of the silver. Congratulations both. And we have 1 arrow to go. And then we will see who will win the gold or the silver. Is it Andras Sanek who wins the gold, or is it Nick Frankel who wins the gold?
You could do it a little louder.
It's a 9 for Andras. And it's a 10 for Nick Frankel. Winner officially for the gold, and Andras Sanek, winner of the silver medal. That means that the gold, the bronze and the gold medal matches in these categories are shot, and that we go for the awarding. That means we have an awarding for the recurve junior women, recurve junior men, recurve cadet women, recurve cadet men, compound cadet women, and compound cadet men.
Okay, you have your long music
I will go out.
and
Okay. Gina. На тази спичи трябва снимка.
Idemo tlele sam pogledat, puste je zostali. Tlele itak ne snimajo.
Nego kako to dela kuća?
In iztujejo zdaj. Čak se mi razširili.
Tutte le antenne, riporto tutte le...
Stacchi i cavi per le antenne.
you already have confirmation from the last
Povejte mi, kje naj stoje punce.
And it's confirmed.
Stavami, vidiš la bolj dol.
Kaj?
Vidiš la bolj dol.
Bolj dol.
Ja, ti kamera pokaže, da pokaže.
10 for the zip and 9 for the other one.
Sem, zaradi ti bo približno. Dobro? Dol? Tikaj tle. Tole, tako. Ja, tako. In tako. Evo, ko bo konc te podelitve, pridejo tlele zastave, jaz nesem tja, pa druge vzame.
okej.
A jih že predpršti
Jaz
imaš?
mislim, da boljš, ker če ne smo
Boljši. V redu. Za compound cadet woman...
Zdaj le dobiš seznam, čakaj.
I did something, I have no idea what. Yeah, that's how I do that. Because I cannot, I have no thing on the... The computer cannot be too hot, eh? Now let's see. Do I go now to menu settings? That's this one then. We go with Slovenia I have a question for this one. No anthem?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh, no, okay. It's only one, isn't it? Yeah.
It's not written. Slovenia, Israel, Slovakia, and then Israel again. Okay, that's
Okay, welcome back everybody. We'll make a short break with the medal matches. Right now there will be an award ceremony. Of course you're welcome to stay with us.
how I say.
But